Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, The Cutest Little Thing, Upcycle with Andrea. I am Andrea, and I thank you so much for hopping on to watch this video today. If you enjoy thrift flips, DIYs, home decor, upcycling, and all of the things, then you are at the right place. If you like what you see today, I hope that you will hit that like button, even subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and maybe even share it out with a friend who you think will like it too. You can also find me on Facebook and TikTok. Follow me there as well. Alright, let's get started with our projects for today. Hey y'all, I wanted to hop on really quick and just speak to you a minute. Thank you so much for hopping on to watch this video tonight. And if you are not aware, this week has been sort of like a Christmas extravaganza, and tonight's video is part 3 of that series. It's just sort of like a Christmas week series. I wanted to do just something special for the Christmas season. So this is part 3, so if you missed part 1 and part 2, please go back and watch those and show me some love with those videos. And I have uploaded many Christmas DIY videos this season, and thank you all so much for your support, not only this Christmas season but this entire year. I am just mind blown and just so very thankful for the outpouring of support and love that you all have showed me this year. I got my YouTube channel like the end of March. Well, I've had this particular channel since 2013, but I just switched it over to my business page, The Cutest Little Thing, back in March, the end of March of this year. And since I have done that this year, I have met and exceeded 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 plus. So guys, that is huge to me. I know to some it may not be a big deal, but to me it is a big deal. I thank you for every view, every like, every comment, every share. However you have supported my YouTube channel or my Facebook channel. I've recently created a TikTok account. If you weren't aware of that, I am now on TikTok, so you can go over there if you're on that platform and show me some love there as well. And guys, I can't say thank you enough for all the support that you've shown me. I would not be where I am today, or I would not have grown as much as I've grown this year. Well, first, had it not been first and foremost for my Lord Jesus Christ, I would not be anywhere without Him, and I would not be here without you guys and your support either. So I just wanted to hop on and say thank you for all of the love and support you have shown me this year. And I also just wanted to tell you Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas with your friends and your families, and a wonderful, blessed new year. And I also wanted to let you know before we go, where you can enjoy the video, that I know I haven't really been on a set schedule this year uploading my videos, but that is something going forward for the new year. I do want to kind of get a set schedule going where I upload my videos a certain day of the week around a certain time, so you guys can kind of expect and know when to look for those new videos. And I'm not sure if I want to do 1 or 2 a week, so I'm just trying to figure everything out. So if you could, you know, just be a little patient with me, and as soon as I get a set schedule with everything, I will be sure and let you guys know. But in the meantime, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Christmas, your New Year, and just be blessed. And again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed tonight's video, and I will see you on the next one. For this project, I have these cute little mini cutting boards I thrifted for $2 each. They each had this little front piece on it that I wanted to do away with. So I just took a flathead screwdriver and I just pried that part away from the wooden piece. And it was just attached with little staples, so it was pretty easy to come off. Now I'm just cutting away that string so it won't get in the way. I'm going in with the color Cathedral Taupe in the Fusion paint. And I did clean these up really well off camera with some rubbing alcohol and baby wipes. And I'm just coating these really well with that paint. And I ended up giving them 2 coats, letting the first coat dry completely before I applied the second coat. And y'all, I've been experimenting lately with this Fusion paint, and I love it so far. I'm just giving that drying process a little help there. Look at these cute transfers. These are IOD transfers, but I actually got these from a friend. I won them in a prize box from Emily's Upcycled Home. If you are not following her, go over and check her out and show her some love. So I'm just applying these transfers, one on each little mini cutting board. Just using that transfer tool that comes with your transfers, and you just go back and forth applying pressure, and that image will stick down to your surface. And I'll just slowly pull up that clear piece of paper while I scratch back and forth. And you just want to work slowly and steadily to be sure you don't tear that image or come up too fast. Look how cute that is, guys. Just automatic makeover, just a quick makeover. I love using transfers. So now for the other one, and I just take that piece and rub that in, just making sure all those little sections are adhered like they should. Now I'm going in with my DIY clear wax just to seal in those transfers. The Fusion paint already has a built-in sealer, so you don't need to seal Fusion paint. But I did want to go in and seal that transfer, so I just went ahead and brushed over that whole piece. Now I have a piece of burlap here. I'm just going to cut into strips, and I'm going to make cute little bows for these cutting boards. I'm just crisscrossing them over each other. And I also have some lace. I get that lace off of Amazon. And then some other little thin burlap pieces. I think I got that burlap there from Dollar General. So I'm just tying all that together with jute string. And just adjusting those ribbons. And I did decide to hot glue a little mini pine cone in the center of that. And I have this boxwood greenery I get from Walmart. I was just placing that there. I wanted that kind of under that bow popping out on the side there. So I did hot glue that down first. And then hot glued that ribbon strip bow right on top of that. And look how cute, you guys. And just adding that jute string there for the hanger. And since it's the Christmas season, this is going to be super cute on a Christmas tree. But you can use it all year round. And just doing that same technique over on the other piece. Jute string for the hanger. These are also would be cute little shelf leaners. Add them to your tiered trays, your centerpieces. Super cute. I just love little critters. I love how these turned out. Let me know what you think of these, guys. Okay guys, for this project I have this urn here, I've had it in my stash a while, and this summer I actually painted over it. It was just like a ceramic shiny white, and this summer I painted it a mineral color in the Waverly. So I want to get this revamped and for the Christmas season and get it in my booth. So I'm going in, like I showed you there, I had a little sample of the cast iron color in the Fusion paint. So I'm just going in and coating, doing a good solid coat of that paint over this piece. May I add, I love this paint. I actually won a few paint samples in the Fusion from Emily's Upcycled Home. She did a drawing a couple of months ago, and I was so excited that I won, and in that box were paint samples, and I have been loving those Fusion paints and also some DIY waxes that I've been using. So after that paint dried, I also, let me add, I did a full coat, and I could have stopped with that, but for good measure I went ahead and did another coat. Now I'm going in with antique wax in the Waverly. I wanted to give this a sort of an antique look, and I love the antique wax in the Waverly. So I'm just taking my sponge brush and just dabbing on this antique wax all over, especially over the raised parts and the textured areas, and just letting that antique wax get in those cracks and crevices. And I'm just wiping that in, sort of like buffering it, polishing that in there with that sponge brush. And I just coat it really well. I just love the look that it gives. Can you guys see how pretty that looks? It just takes it up a notch and gives it just a high-end look. And guys, simple as that. I stuck a tree in it and added a burlap bow with some rusty jingle bells in the center. And how cute is that, guys? I love it. So now I have this tin that I've had in my stash and a cute little image that I purchased off of an Etsy shop, and I printed on my inkjet printer. So I want to layer this before I decoupage it onto my tin bucket. This is just another piece of printer paper that I cut to fit. And I'm just sort of gluing those two pieces of paper together, just using my Mod Podge. And this is Mod Podge in the matte finish. So I'm just coating that just like I would school glue or something. And I'm just attaching those two together. That's just going to make my image there thicker and just give it more of a texture, because I'm going to try a little technique here. While that Mod Podge is still wet, I'm taking my lighter and I am just burning the edge of my paper. And I have a little cup there with some water and a paper towel. And after I burn that edge, it'll sort of start burning, you can see. And then I'll just take that wet paper towel and dab just to outen any flames. And this just gives it such a unique look. You will see the finished product, how I just love the look that it gives it. It just gives it more of a rustic look and an antique look to burn those edges. And being the Mod Podge is wet there, it's not going to catch on fire or cause any harm. I was a little worried my smoke alarm was going to go off because it was causing quite a bit of smoke in there. So now I'm ready to decoupage this image onto my tin bucket, and I wanted to leave that bucket as is. I didn't want to paint it or anything. I love that tin look. So I just coated the back of that image with that decoupage, or excuse me, that Mod Podge, and I just laid that image right over, just making sure it's centered and even, and I just press it right down just to make sure it adheres really well. And I'm just taking a piece of balled up saran wrap and pressing down and smoothing out any creases or wrinkles that it tries to get. And may I add, by doubling up that paper and making it thicker, you will have less creases and wrinkles that try to come up. And now I'm just sealing in my image with my DIY clear wax. Here's another tree that I had. Simple as that. Just stick it in that bucket. And you have a Christmas tree, guys. When it's the Christmas season, anything I can stick a Christmas tree in, I am happy. I did want to make, well, first I'm using this mesh, this burlap mesh I got from Hobby Lobby this season. And I'm just cutting little strips of it and sort of creasing it and folding it and just tucking it in the bottom of that. And see how cute that is sticking up. And then I used some of it to make a little bow for the top of my tree. And I had some other little pieces of ribbon there, that snowball type stuff. I think I thrifted that. But I think that stuff is so cute. I love to add it in with my bows. And then I made a little stamp with the December 25th stamp I got from Temu. And I added that tag right to that bow with the rusty star in the center. I get those rusty stars from Amazon. And I just tied that to the top. And I just think these two trees turned out so cute. I just love it. They're simple, but they just add so much to your decor. And guys, I did not get a final product picture or video, but I did take I stole a couple of pictures from where they were sitting in my booth. I tried to zoom in on them where you could see them when they were in my booth. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't get a final video. Thanks so much for watching. I grabbed another piece out of my stash, another sign, and I'm also just going in with ink, my black chalk paint, the color ink in the Waverly, and I'm just painting the back of that sign with that. I did also add some baking soda to this paint just so it wouldn't be so smooth. I just wanted to add a little bit of texture for this one. I am going to be painting that frame as well, so I'm not worried if I, get some paint on that frame. Now I'm going in with another stencil I purchased off of Amazon, and I'm going to be stenciling that on in the color plaster. I've just got my regular stencil brush. I think I purchased from Walmart. And I'm just doing a dabbing motion and also a back and forth motion. Just keeping that stencil paper pressed down so those bristles don't go up under that and get marks on there that I don't want. So when I stencil, I just kind of keep a hand held the entire time on that paper until I'm completely done. And I'm just doing the entire thing in the white chalk paint. I do go back and do parts of it with the red, and I end up doing 2 coats to get the look that I want. And see how that looks when you do white first and then go back over it with red. I just think it sort of highlights it or outlines it and just gives it a really pretty look. I just like how it does that look there. And now I'm going in and painting my frame. I'm using the color Crimson in the Waverly, which is a red chalk paint. And I end up doing 2 coats on that frame. And I also do the sides as well. And now I'm just embellishing this with a pretty bow with the ribbon strips that I had on hand. I chalk painted the little half bead with the red chalk paint. And I just tied it all together with jute string. And I hot glued it there in the corner. This sign also already had the little white bead handle hanger. I love that. So I left that on there. And this was just a really quick flip.